Release Radar, where we recap all of the new releases from the week. Happy Friday, Ryan. We are back at it again.
Happy Friday. Excited to be at Friday, but I also can't believe it's here. So I guess we should get started so we can finish this day.
Let's hop into it. I want to make sure that we are streaming in all the places. So as always, if you can see us and you can hear us, please say hello in the comments. We'd love to see your check-ins pop in. All right, we're going to share us over to the official community, and it is the HighLevel Release Radar. Release Radar. Boom. Okay, let's open up our comments here so that we can see all of the check-ins as they start flowing in. And what do we say we hop into some releases? Ryan, what do we got?
Right.
First from this week is actually a new contest with some serious cash at stake.
Yes, $50,000 worth of prizes are on the line. And this is essentially kind of like a hackathon, right? So I think it's going to run for the next 30 days or so. And then we're going to have a very structured way to choose the winners of the best submissions here. So you can get all the details for this contest and how it works and everything at gohighlevel.com/AI-agent-contest. We're going to need to work on that one, but you can also scan this QR code and it will take you directly to that URL.
Awesome. And I heard that basically in order to enter, you just have to go build an agent and you're automatically eligible. Basically, the stats from the back end are going to tell us who the finalists are, and then the judges are going to vote. And yeah, we're going to dish out 50 grand in prizes to the folks that build the most badass AI agents between now and September 21st or something like that.
Yeah, there's a countdown timer on the website, so you can keep that in your toolbar.
Excellent. We've got some check-ins coming in. We've got Fernanda. Can't wait to hear about the updates. Yes, we are about to hop into it. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We've got Leanne checking in from Colorado, and we've got Inderpreet, who's live with us.
Watching live.
Thanks for hanging out. Let's check out our first release from the week. Payments got an update. You can now set a default currency for invoices. That's nice and convenient.
Very useful. Yep.
Yeah.
So if you deal with a certain currency on a regular basis, now you can set your default. Of course, you can always change it, but there you got your default setting.
Love it. Our next update comes from the ad manager. You can now create new Instagram DM data sets using conversions. Is this an add-on to like last week's update?
It is. So this is expanding it to Instagram DMs. One notable thing, if you're working with ads, you probably understand this, but you've got to go in and create that conversion for Instagram DMs. That's in the Meta Conversions API. And we've also renamed, key point here, we've renamed the action in workflows. It was formerly called the Facebook Conversion API. It is now called the Meta Conversion API. So you ought to be able to find that. The tags for that should still work. So if you type in Facebook, it'll probably still pop up. And there you will have your option once you've set up your conversions for Instagram DMs to then choose the event type within that workflow action.
Love it. And that's an intuitive rename there because it's not just Facebook, right?
Yes, we are in the world of Meta now.
Oh, love it. All right, our next update comes from the world of emails. You can now control the flow of users who unsubscribe. So not too long ago, we introduced the native unsubscribe functionality, and now you have some new options there as far as what actually happens when they click that unsubscribe link.
Exactly. So you've got your one-step unsubscribe, they're instantly unsubscribed. Then you've got your two-step where they've got to confirm their email address before unsubscribing. And then there's a dynamic flow, which I'm told the platform auto-detects risky situations like clicks from contacts less than 5 minutes old or within 1 hour of becoming a contact, and request email verification. All others would be instantly unsubscribed. So it's essentially trying to prevent errors with that dynamic option.
Yeah, which is pretty fancy.
It is. I like it.
We got some more check-ins coming in. The first one is from someone with a really cool name. Let's see if I can get this right, Ryan. Munyaratsi. Very cool. Checking in from South Africa. Thanks for saying hey. And then we've got an old familiar face, Dave, down there in Jacksonville. Hope everything is going well. All right, our next update comes from communities. You can now tag channels and events in a post, which is awesome. This is more of that like power Slack functionality making its way to communities.
Exactly. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming to communities. This is one of them, of course. But just being able to see the thing tagged, click on it, and then you can go to that particular channel or go to the event details. It makes communities and those posts a lot more dynamic and easy to use for users.
I love it. That is like big time.
It is. I love it.
We got a question coming in from the Global Merchant about that AI contest. Yes, any new agent that you create from today till September 21st will be eligible for the contest and that $50,000 worth of prize money there. So hop in and build your best bot or voice agent, I should say. Our next update is a big one from the e-commerce world. The ShipStation integration is now live.
Yeah, so ShipStation it's of course a third party that we integrate with. If you do e-com, you probably know exactly what it is, but it takes care of automatic fulfillment, live carrier rates, discounted shipping, centralized dashboard for everything, as well as the order notifications. So go ahead and head over to your app marketplace or within the integrations area in your settings, and you will see that option where you can kind of follow the yellow brick road to get it all set up.
Love it. I know that was a big ask from our ecom community, and so they are probably thrilled that baby is live.
Oh yeah.
Next update is another ecom update. You can now bulk edit products in a spreadsheet view. Very handy.
Super handy if you deal with any kind of sizable product catalog. You will appreciate all the cool stuff here. The GIF is just kind of showing like how you can go and edit all the descriptions, all right in line, so you don't have to go to different screens to do it. And then you can also manage the fields that are there. So maybe you don't care about description, you just want to go through the images, or you want to go through the condition or the collections they're in. You can manage all that stuff too at the top right hand side. So go ahead and check it out if you've got a nice sizable product catalog, and you will see this is super convenient.
I love it. We had a lot of ecom updates this week, including our next one here, which is store creation using pre-built stores.
Right. So the idea of this is kind of like a template, but it's more simplified. It just gets you going right away. So maybe you don't want to, maybe your users don't have access to it, or you don't want to go through the just the template library and hem and haw over which one you should do. You just want to get off to the races as quick as possible, and this is the way to do it. Just click this button as a quick start, name your store, and it will automatically build everything out with all the pages, and then you can go through and switch out the images however you want. But it kind of eliminates that blank slate syndrome.
Yeah. Yep. And then our next update is sort of the opposite of that. You can now drop ecom elements into the regular funnel website builder.
Yes. And in doing some testing on this, I realized that what's neat about it is if you don't have a store set up, it will automatically prompt to do that and do all that stuff on the back end for you. But the main thing here is that you'd be able to take your regular website and say like, hey, I want to list some of the items or a collection right on my website without having to redirect them to someplace within your actual store website. So this makes it much more convenient for kind of merging your website or funnel into one thing, so that they can see the products that you offer there as well on the e-com side.
Yeah, that is super convenient. I love that one, because I feel like some people may not know that you need to go create a whole e-com site, and they just kind of want to bring the experience into their regular site. And now that capability is there. We got another check-in coming in from another cool name that hopefully I get right. Kolawole? Did I get it? Hello from Nigeria. Thanks for checking in. Happy Friday to you. Our next update, what do we have here? Enhanced product deletion management and safeguards.
So this is a bit more nuanced, but basically what's happening here is that the system's doing a lot more checks to make sure that things don't get deleted with like past due invoices, and you don't kind of mess up your whole order situation with your products. It's also going to check, on the SaaS side, it's going to check to see whether or not it's active or there's past due subscriptions, calendars, and membership products. If they're created directly within the calendars or memberships area, they can no longer be deleted here. You got to go there. And the idea is here that we try to make sure that you don't do anything that breaks things inadvertently. And so there's a whole bunch of other things there. You've now got bulk deletion, price and variant deletion, stuff like that. But it's doing some good checks there to make sure you don't go off the rails.
Who doesn't love some good guardrails?
Yep.
We got my one and only friend Paul checking in from Winnipeg. Thanks for showing up, Paul. I don't know what I'd do without you. Our next update comes from Voice AI. We now have a prompt evaluator. This is crazy. This is like a meta update, right? We've got like AI evaluating your AI prompts.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So if you think you're a prompt wizard and you're putting things in and it's not quite working the way that you want, this will go in and tell you exactly why and how to prompt it better. Which kind of begs the question. I mean, if the AI knows, like, why can't it just fix it? But of course, it's like a lot of criticisms you get in life. Just fix it yourself. But anyway, it's really nice because you still get your control. And sometimes maybe there's a good point in there and you kind of want to modify it a little bit. But now at least you have context as to why something might not be working the exact way that you want it and how to improve it.
This is great because I think a lot of people new to this don't know that it's a smart idea to have AI help write your prompt. So it's like if you just go in and take a stab at a prompt, then you're like, wait a minute, I don't know what I'm doing here. And now you can just have this, check it, and help you make it better. So
exactly.
Pretty sweet.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Our next update from the week is another Voice AI update. We now have a brand new voice selection experience. Oh, I haven't gotten to play with this yet, Ryan. Did you check this out?
I got ahead of the card on this, and I was like, guys, we need to fix this because when you're going through all these things, it's like when you got your first cell phone and there's just a million different ringtones you can choose from, and you're sitting there just trying to listen to all of them. So now we have the ability, when you click on the voice selection, you get this nice filtered modal that pops up. You can choose your accents, the gender, and most importantly, at least from my point of view, is that when you click play on something, you can pause it and go to the next one. You don't have to listen to it give its whole spiel, which was quite annoying to begin with.
Nice.
So that is resolved now.
Yeah, that looks great. That's a much better experience.
Yeah.
Cool. So if you haven't checked out all the different AI voices that you can use for your voice AI agents, go do so. And again, we are still in the summer of AI. So if you opt into the AI employee, you're going to get 30 days of free AI to go play with this. So definitely take advantage of that. We've got a check-in coming in from Johnny Balboni. What a sweet name there. Hey, guys. Hey to you. That sounds like
what's up, Johnny?
Yeah, a guy that I want to get to know. All right, our next update is another Voice AI update. Talk with your AI on your website. This is Voice AI in chat widget, now in private beta.
I don't know why Ron Burgundy came to mind, but I just threw it in there for fun. We had some white space to deal with. But anyway, to be really clear, this is not a phone call, but it emulates a phone call. So the cool thing is you don't use phone minutes, and you can put it right on your website and chat with AI just like you would with ChatGPT or Grok or any of the other ones that have the voice mode, and they can answer specific questions. So this can get linked to, of course, you can build out different agents and then link it to that agent. So maybe you're on a specific product page, and then you've got an AI agent that is just awesome at that. It's got a knowledge base that's hooked up with it, so it knows everything about the product. It can answer questions using voice, which is awesome because I think you get much faster results and answers and interactions when all you're doing is just talking.
100%. I'm really excited about this one. I think as more people get used to talking with like ChatGPT, they're going to want that same experience, like zeroed in from the business that they're trying to explore, right? So they're going to feel right at home, being like, oh, sweet, there's an AI agent I can just talk to, go back and forth with my questions until I'm ready to take the next step, like book an appointment or whatnot.
Yeah.
So very, very excited about that one. Do we know how you can get into the beta, Ryan?
I think the beta is closed. We've had an overwhelming response of folks that have wanted to get into it. So I think it's closed right now, but they are making really good progress, filing down some rough edges, as we always say, to make sure it's perfect when we launch it into labs. You can turn it on for your sub accounts and go from there. So they're going pretty quick here. So this won't last too long in private beta, but it will be good. It will be amazing.
Love it. Our next update comes from Workflows, where we have a very sweet update. We have new pricing tiers for the premium feature bundles.
Yes.
And when you actually look at these pricing bundles, the pricing of these bundles, HighLevel Workflows just got way cheaper than the other platforms like Zapier when you get to those high volume of executions needed.
Exactly. And there's some nuance here to kind of understand, like Zapier kind of charges for everything, but we're only talking about the premium actions in this case. So it's not exactly apples to apples, but the bottom line is for doing these premium actions and implementing some more sophisticated workflows, you get there's a free portion which is $0 a month. That's 100 free lifetime executions, and then at 1 cent thereafter. Then there's a starter plan for $10 a month with 10,000 premium actions, a growth for 30,000, and then a scale for 65,000. So again, this is not just your regular actions. It would be the premium ones, and they are marked as such. So just keep that in mind. It's not every single action.
Yeah, totally. But I think the point is, if you're using a ton of premium actions and you're not using HighLevel for it because you're getting it cheaper somewhere else, you should reevaluate, because odds are you could save a bunch of money now, right in HighLevel with the premium.
Exactly.
The global merchant is about to save himself or herself $200 a month because they can now cancel the orb that they were paying for now that we have voice AI in chat widget. That's fantastic, and that is what it's all about.
We love putting more money in your bank.
We do. The app marketplace got an update this week. We now have dynamic usage-based pricing. I feel like every week our integrators get more flexibility around how they want to charge for their integrations.
This is true. The most common use case noted here would be SMS services, where the cost per message would vary by destination. So a little bit more nuanced here, but if you deal with SMS within the app marketplace, you kind of know this pain, and this way you've got more control over the pricing, how it works, and how the customers are getting charged.
Love it. Next up is another app marketplace update, which we now support OAuth 2.0.
Yes, which I'm told is better than 1.0 because it's
one would
better.
Assume it would be.
So if you don't know what OAuth is, it's a way of authenticating. It's a protocol, so it's a set of rules that authenticates users, different platforms talking to each other. It's more secure than using a private key or a private API key because you're not exposing it. So if you care about that, now's your day. But I think the folks that know what OAuth is know that OAuth 2.0 would be a great addition, and it is now in the app marketplace to be configured.
Love it. Our next update comes from Collab. You can now directly chat with other community members, which is a massive, massive update for this week.
It is. So this was, of course, at first I was like, is this an old release? Because I've been able to chat, but this is for specifically on Go Collab. So if you're on the Go Collab community, then you've now got this functionality. There's obviously the clean, unified chat interface. We've got new message notifications, and it all happens right within the platform.
Yeah, the UX of it all looks really, really nice as well.
Mm-hmm.
Our next update is one that I think is absolutely fantastic because I have spent hours and hours building and designing pricing columns inside of HighLevel, and now you've got the easy button. Look how nice these things look.
Yes, we got some early feedback that this was really complicated. and they didn't like all these options. And my response was kind of like, you must not have built this without it. So again, if you do any kind of pricing tables, this is super powerful. You've got all the customization in the world here. We're also going to bring in the monthly and annual toggle as well. So that's on the way. I know that was kind of the first thing that people were asking once they saw it. And so the team is working on it. But yeah, you've got tons and tons and tons of flexibility in terms of how you want this presented, what you want highlighted, and the format in which it can be presented.
Yeah, super excited about that one. Great job to the team. It looks fantastic, and what a time and pain saver that one is.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, reselling got an update. We now have subscription management for sub-account users.
Yes. So previously, the subscription management could only be done, I think, by the agency users. There's some level of permissions that they were kind of excluding a lot of the sub-account users. And so now that has been resolved. Of course, the permissions will be respected and so forth. But now they can do things like cancel subscriptions in app. They can view the subscription details, and they have sort of this like unified modal where they can kind of manage everything.
Love it.
Cuts
We
down
got
on
another
support.
check-in coming from Arnell Tito over in the Philippines. Happy Friday to you as well. Our next update is for QR codes. Who doesn't love a good QR update? We can now share the links directly from the builder.
Yes, and more functionality coming to this, as well as we got some feedback to the team. But if you're ever in a place where you're like, hey, this is great to have the QR code, but I maybe also want to just put the link there as well, so people can just click on something or reference it in an email or a flyer, you can do that now too.
You gotta love it. I just saw some awesome stats as far as like how many QR codes have been generated, how many are being created every month, how many scans are happening. So we'll probably drop a blog post about that next week. But you gotta love the QR code builder. It's so helpful.
It is.
All right, our next update comes from payments. You can now create subscriptions manually with saved credit cards.
So helpful. I can't tell you how many times that I've, in the past been working with businesses and they're like, hey, like the customer called us and they want us to do this thing. And instead of having to send them to a website and forcing them to fill everything out, you can just say, hey, we have permission to bill your card on file. We'll get this spun up for you. They say, yep, no problem. Now you can do that right within HighLevel. No need to go to the payment processor website and do it all there. It's all in one place now.
You gotta love it. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
We got another update that came in this week from the payments world. We can now update existing subscriptions with quantities and dates.
Also incredibly helpful, because so many times you get into these situations where it's like, oops, we subscribed to this thing, but like now we want 2 of them instead of 3 or whatever it is. And now you can edit that, those attributes while it's an active subscription. And this applies to Stripe, Square, NMI, and authorized.net payment processors as well. So it's not just a Stripe only, which, in the past was kind of the way all the Stripe things got all the fancy stuff, but now we're starting to implement these across the board.
Yeah, that's super nice. You love to have flexibility with that kind of stuff, because it does very often change after the first initial one goes out. We had a couple of more enhancements come through this week. Conversations, you can support. We now have support for chat widget ID added in the API and webhooks, which is very handy for the dev community for sure. The media library got an enhancement where we now have enhanced accessibility features, screen reader capability, and keyboard navigation support.
Yes. And more to come on the accessibility front. We've got an entire, company-wide effort to ensure that we're obviously creating compliant app, compliant public-facing websites and so forth for folks that need accessibility.
Love it.
Yep.
All right, it's that time of the week where we get to wake up to some upcoming releases. Who doesn't love a cute dog GIF?
I know it.
All right, let's see what Ryan's got in store for us. Our first coming soon of the week, we will soon have bulk selection of workflows. Ooh, I didn't know that.
This is helpful in a number of different ways, but essentially, being able to select multiple workflows and then say, hey, I want to publish these, or I want to unpublish them, or put them in draft. And that really helps to cut down on the clicks, having to go into things, turn them off, especially if you're in like an urgent situation, which I'm sure some of us have been in. So turn everything off right now.
Never. That never happens, Ryan.
Come on.
All right, let's see what else Ryan has for us coming soon. We've got in courses, we've got new dashboards and analytics UI rolling out. Oh, I'm really excited for this one.
This has been a long time coming, and the proof's in the pudding. So this is just a quick little peek at what it looks like, but there's some really great data that you can now see. Well, you will be able to see for your courses, including like individual learners or users, whatever you refer to them as, where they are, how much money they've spent with you, the types of courses they've consumed, and that kind of a thing. So you can really drill down into that data easily and get a sense of what's going on. And I know Chase has provided some invaluable feedback to the team on what this should actually be. So I think you'll be happy with the result.
Yes, we are super pumped for these enhancements internally so that we can do a better job with our own courses, and really excited for the community to have access to all of that as well. Looks like Ryan's got a third sneak peek of the week for us.
We had a lot, so,
I love it. This is a bonus week. All right, what do we have? Oh, look at this. Attachments and interactive buttons in the chat widget.
This is a sleeper, honestly. The interactive buttons, I think, is the biggest one from my point of view, because it just cuts down, it directs the user like options that they have. So it can make the chat experience work a lot more cleanly. And then, of course, being able to upload files and images is invaluable as well. So love to see more interaction, more capability on the chat widget.
This is sweet. So this is, to clarify, for live chat, right?
Yes.
Very cool. I love it. Oh, and Ryan's got one more thing for us. You guessed it. We are running out of tickets for the Level Up Summit. So if you don't have yours, it'd probably be a good time to pick it up.
We look forward to seeing everybody there. We've got so much going on right now behind the scenes, getting ready, organizing everything, making sure that we're not doing anything last minute. We're going to be really on top of it this year, and we're excited to do so.
Yes, we just did the second part of our speaker releases. We did a webinar a couple of hours ago. If you missed it, you could find that replay on our YouTube or in Facebook, where we revealed the second half of the speakers. Such a heavy hitter lineup, Ryan. It's not going to be an event you want to miss. I think we're over like 80% sold out already. So, time is running out. If you don't have your ticket yet, you can head over to gohighlevel.com/levelup and pick your ticket up. Ryan and I will be there. We hope we can hang out. So grab your ticket. Have a great weekend. And as always, we will